Welcome back. Today we are creating the most elegant Christmas makeup look. Cool, glowing eyes, fresh skin, and that perfect holiday lip. If you want something fast and easy but still refined, this is for you. Let's start this video with an insanely quick, sleek, wet look hairstyle. It's so easy you won't even believe me. It's elegant, refined, expensive looking, and it works with any makeup and any outfit. On damp hair, I apply a mousse. But by the way, I also love using this one for big voluminous blowouts. So there are already 4 or maybe 5 tutorials on my channel. But today we are brushing all the hair straight back, and I'm using a special wet hair brush so I don't damage or break the strands after the shower. I create a little lift around the face. In the back, I twist the hair into a shell-shaped bun or knot and secure it with the bobby pins. I leave the tail out. If your hair starts falling apart, just add more mousse and brush it through again. And then I lightly blow dry it. Now, let's move on to the makeup. Eye cream first. It slightly neutralizes any blue shades under the eyes. Of course, in more intense cases, it won't replace a concealer, but it still helps. It's small, but it lasts a long time. Love it. Next is the Shiseido serum. No need to introduce it anymore. I've been using it constantly for 2 years and I repurchased it myself. Okay, I applied 2 drops, amazing hydration, and it feels like nothing on the skin. Weightless, and I love it especially on those days when I don't want a full 3-step skincare routine or when I simply don't have time. A quick tap and the skin is prepped. Next step, let's cover the dark circles and even out the skin on the lids. We need to hide the veins and create a bit of thickness so the eyeshadows grip and don't fall out. I blend the concealer with my fingers and it's so convenient that it's flexible. I warm it up with my fingers and it doesn't settle into fine lines even if you apply 2 layers or 3 layers. I love this buttery texture. I use a bit darker shades just because it was my favorite in the summer, but now my tan is washed out, so I have to use it just to cancel out any imperfections around the eyes. Finally, eye makeup. You remember this precious palette? It's so old, but I've loved it with my whole heart for years. It's one of those feminine luxury investments that just never runs out. So, I apply the light shade to the inner corners. Let me show you in the sunlight. Pure luxury right on the edge of the being financially responsible. I know. Now is the perfect time to treat yourself to something beautiful. Look how instantly the eyes open up and light up. Then, with a fluffy blending brush, I apply a dusty pink shade all over the lid. It's a cool tone color, nothing orange or rusty, and you can apply these shadows wet if you want a super intense metallic effect. Let's move on to the black pencil. I don't think I own anything darker than this one, just deep black color. Love it. I warm it up on my hand, pick it up with a flat brush and apply it along the lash line to deepen the color. And if you want even more intensity, go straight in with a pencil and gently stamp tiny dashes right at the roots of the lashes. Connect all the dashes with a thin brush and blend it into a smooth transition. Next, I take the wet asphalt shade and the same brush. It has this gorgeous violet reflects. I'm not sure if I have that opportunity to catch all the reflects and the shine, but I tried. Such deep, complex color. And I apply it right over the pencil to set it and create the cool tone base for the whole look. And then I take the gray shade with the same brush and create a little V shape in the outer corners. I add the same shade along the low lash line and blend with my finger. Actually, the shadows are so easy to work with, and you could honestly do this entire look with just your fingers. Now, the star of the show, the glitter. Yeah. What's the festival makeup look without a bit of sparkle, right? I truly think that this glitter is the best on the market, and I say that as someone with sensitive eyes and contact lenses. Yes. If a piece of glitter gets into your eyes during the day, it's disaster. So here's the trick. Either press it over primer with your fingertip or press it right on the top of the eyeshadow like I'm doing now. I tap it into the center of the lid to create a highlight, and it adds so much dimension and opens the eyes even more. Look at that sparkle. Isn't it inspiring? I suddenly feel like I need to change my outfit. That's the power of makeup. Mood, energy, if you know, you know. Let's add mascara. We need lots of thick black lashes. And this mascara does an amazing job. I open my eyes as wide as I can, place the wand at the roots, twist it upwards, and blink several times to fully coat the lashes. I love it just because it doesn't smudge on the hooded lids especially, and it lasts all day, and it doesn't crumble, and which is a very important to me, as I've said before, because I have wearing contact lenses. So, done. Wide open eyes and ultra black lashes. The only one thing in our makeup in black color, it's our lashes. That's it. And let's finish the makeup. Since the eyes are so beautiful, we definitely want them to stay the main focus. First, I take a serum and mix it with a matte full coverage foundation. Congratulations, we've just created our own face tint. Yeah, I showed it this technique a few times before, but maybe you didn't see my previous video. So I apply it just like a regular serum with my hands. It gives a thin layer and blends super evenly. You can use a brush if you prefer, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm actually planning to do 2 layers of this, but I don't want to take up your time, so I'm cutting the video right here, and you can see how quickly and smoothly it goes on. I love this technique. Now let's cover any acne marks or active breakouts using the same foundation, but this time without the serum, applied locally with a small brush. And then I wait a bit so it can dry down and set, and I tap it with my finger to blend the edges. That's it. I'm also adding a bit more coverage under the eyes. Actually, not really under the eyes, more on the upper cheeks where the pores are. And that way, in 3 hours, you won't have bare skin peeking through, because you know how that can look, especially if you have the pores here, as I do. We need to reinforce that area, and you can use a foundation, concealer, or even set it with a powder. I probably won't, since the foundation already has a matte finish. Muted pink blush paired with a gray eye makeup is my weakness. It's just insanely beautiful combination of colors. And look at the movements. I press the brush into the skin instead of dragging it. And that's important. And one more thing, don't focus only on the apples of the cheeks. Blend upwards. It creates such a gorgeous lifting effect and makes the makeup more feminine. What do you think? And now let's add a bit on the nose and forehead to make the whole look even more natural and tie the whole look together. It's time to bring back some depth and shadow. We've just evened out the complexion, and we actually erased all the natural shadows, and now we have to add it back. But instead of a gray tiredness tone, we are replacing it with a beautiful, slightly warm bronze. It brings freshness to the face, and I love this shade. Because honestly, with the amount of gray in the eye makeup, we've done more than enough. And I apply the bronzer to the cheekbones, and the temples, and the sides of the nose. And actually just a bit along the hairline. So look at how one single step instantly transforms the entire look. Brows. This part is simple. Brush them following the direction of hair growth, and I will start with the lower line. I make it cleaner, fill in any gaps, shape the tail, and then move to the top line. I like my brows not too thick, but not too skinny either. Otherwise, I'd have to put on false lashes to correct the distance between the brows and the lashes. You know the hooded lid situation, yes. While I'm filling the brows, you can take a moment to appreciate the bronzer. Isn't it gorgeous? And we tried it together for the first time today. It's so beautiful, and I didn't even want to touch it. But sharing that feeling with you is always worth it. But the packaging and that shade and that small shiny particles, just gorgeous. And we are not done yet. Lips. Today you are helping me choosing the color because I honestly can't decide which one is the best. So the first shade is a new one from Clinique called Nude Honey. So the color is brown, but not that annoying orange brown. It's a gorgeous cool toned semi-sheer shade. It's almost lipstick, not lipstick. And I think it pairs beautifully with the bronzer and the eye makeup. What do you think? The next shade is Pink Honey. What I love about this one is that it brings forward all the pink tones we use today, the dusty pink, blushes, and the peony shade on the lid. And of course, the iconic Black Honey, which we all already know. I've been using it since maybe spring. I'm not sure, maybe even winter. So I love this shade because it matches my natural lip color perfectly. When my lips get weathered, they turn exactly that tone, slightly berry with a touch of violet. And I applied all 3 balms in several layers, so you can clearly see the difference on the camera. So tell me, which one gets your vote? Beige brown, pink, or berry? And that's it for today's lesson. I added a few new products I haven't shown you before here. And let me know what else you want me to test or review. And here's a close-up of the eye makeup so you can recreate it at home. Everything is super easy and fast. And again, thank you so much for watching and support my channel. And yes, I'm choosing Black Honey for my holiday look today. What about you? And thank you again for watching. See you next time. Ciao!